Snails can be a major nuisance in your garden, eating away at your plants and flowers. However, many gardeners prefer to avoid using harsh chemicals that can harm the environment or other beneficial creatures. Luckily, there are several natural and eco-friendly methods to keep snails under control. Here's how to naturally get rid of snails while keeping your garden healthy and balanced. One of the simplest and most effective methods is manually removing snails. Early morning or late evening, when snails are most active, walk around your garden and collect them. Wear gloves or use tongs if you're squeamish about touching them. Dispose of them far from your garden, or for those with chickens or ducks, feed them to your poultry. Certain materials act as barriers to snails, making it difficult for them to crawl over or avoid entirely. Copper tape or wire. Snails dislike crossing copper because it creates a small electric charge. Wrap copper tape around the base of pots or garden beds. Eggshells or diatomaceous earth. Crushed eggshells or diatomaceous earth sprinkled around plants create a rough surface that snails avoid. Diatomaceous earth, in particular, is sharp and dehydrates snails upon contact. Beer traps. Snails are attracted to the yeast in beer. Bury a shallow container or jar lid in your garden and fill it with beer. The snails will crawl in and drown. Grapefruit trap. After eating a grapefruit, place the hollowed-out rind upside down in your garden. Snails are attracted to the smell and will gather inside the rind overnight. You can collect and remove them in the morning. One of the most sustainable ways to control snail populations is by encouraging natural predators. Introduce or attract animals that feed on snails, such as birds. You can provide bird baths or bird feeders to encourage birds to frequent your garden. Frogs and toads are also great. Create a water feature or leave shaded, damp areas in your garden to attract them, as they love to eat snails. Ground beetles are beneficial insects that prey on snails. They can be encouraged by maintaining a diverse, healthy garden ecosystem. Water plants in the morning. Snails thrive in damp, cool environments. By watering your plants in the morning rather than the evening, you reduce the moisture levels at night when snails are most active. This makes your garden less attractive to them. Plant-resistant varieties. Some plants are less appealing to snails due to their tougher leaves or strong odors. Consider planting the following snail-resistant species: lavender, rosemary, thyme, sage, and ferns. These plants not only act as natural deterrents, but also add beauty and fragrance to your garden. Use coffee grounds. Sprinkling used coffee grounds around your plants can deter snails. Caffeine is toxic to them, and the grounds also improve soil quality. Just be sure not to use too much, as it can alter soil pH. By combining these natural methods, you can effectively reduce the snail population in your garden without resorting to harmful chemicals. Maintaining a balanced garden ecosystem with beneficial predators, natural barriers, and mindful gardening practices will keep your plants safe and healthy.